If you're looking for ISAs and marketing, please contact Lopez Enterprise, servicing all 50 states. What's going on? Let's talk about it with Jimmy Mortgage. I'm here with Gabriela with 1L. She's going to be my special guest today. But today, I want to let everybody know Let's Talk About It is a platform that talks about entrepreneurs, real estate, well-being, and financial literacy. Today, we're going to focus a little bit more on real estate because that's what Gabriela does when it comes to real estate with the Michael Antonelli group, right?
Yes.
So, Gabriela, take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jimmy, for having me today. I'm really excited to be here and learn more about each other.
Right.
So like Jimmy mentioned, I am a realtor, but before I got into real estate, I was a personal trainer. And both of the worlds have collided together. And I feel like I really am where I need to be.
Right.
And if I wasn't a trainer, I don't think I'd be as successful as a realtor.
Okay.
So both of my lives have just come together and they're blossoming to something beautiful. So I'm still experiencing the journey.
Okay.
And it's been a great one so far.
So people's skills started from personal training.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that?
Yes, that is fair to say that.
And then is it also fair to say that, what are the differences prior to joining Michael's group than when you were at your previous brokerage?
Yeah. So I was solo my first year.
Right.
And I joined a team what I realized was I was just trying to figure it out.
Okay.
And I still did very well as a solo agent.
I remember. I saw your numbers.
I was a door knocker. I was a cold caller. I prospect every single day.
Right.
But I wasn't moving as fast as I wanted to move.
Okay.
And the days that I was very discouraged, I didn't have anybody to pick me up. And I just wanted to be a part of someone who has the business.
Right. Okay.
And walks the walk, walks the talk, or that expression.
Right.
So, and Michael is also local. He does a lot of his business in Union. I grew up in Union.
Right.
I know Union like the back of my hand.
Okay, that's what's up.
So I always saw his posters and I was always just like, you know what? No, I could do it by myself. Gabriela with 1L, I want this to be my empire. But then I was like, let me give this a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Let me learn from someone who already has the success.
Right.
So I did it and it changed my life dramatically. It gave me a lot more exposure, confidence, experience, more open house opportunities, more clients face to face. Every day I'm showing a house or I'm going on appointments. And I love that.
Right.
I love to be busy.
And the fact that Michael's making you busy adds that much to it, right?
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. His exposure helped also expose me as well, which is what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then his experience, anytime I would have any questions, he's the first person I would go to and he'd know exactly how to lead me and I would follow.
It's fair to say, so when you call, he picks up.
When he calls, he picks up. Yeah, and if he can't, then, because he's very, very busy. That's another thing where I'm just whoa, this is taking over his whole life. I want it to take over my whole life too.
Okay.
So he'll get a lot of phone calls, but yes, if you call him, he will pick up.
Okay, fair enough. That's important too, right? Because a lot of people, when they're busy, they're like, you know what, you need to speak to someone else. I'm too busy for you right now. But with Mike, to your point, he's picking up the phone and, giving you the attention you need, because ultimately it's making sure the client gets what they're looking for when it comes to home ownership, right?
Yeah, of course.
So let's talk a little bit about gym training, because you and I, at one point, you was at CrossFit 908, right? Yeah. I'm still at CrossFit. Yeah, I'm a CrossFitter, right? How was being a personal trainer at Lifetime, and were you at CrossFit too at the same time, or did you take time off? Did you go back and forth? How did you toggle the two?
I was a trainer at Lifetime and I got my CrossFit certification there.
Okay.
Because as a trainer, they had a lot of programs for us to see what we would like.
Right.
So I was a trainer there for a few years, but then afterwards, after COVID happened and I became a realtor, I just joined 908 Athletics because I really, I saw them on Instagram and I'm like, wow, this group is my style. They're athletic. They're just reckless.
Reckless.
And that was just the energy I wanted.
Right. Because I like the class sessions, Tim and Aaron, they do a good job, keeping the community engaged with the workout. So that's why I love it. That's why I'm still part of it, right?
Yeah. I saw your Instagram story. You went this morning.
Yeah.
You go early, Jim. You go 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's therapy for me, because if I don't go, I don't have a day without going to the gym, right? It's not fun for me. So I self-care, right? You talk about, you staying fit. feeling good about what's going on with yourself, and then you go help your clients. Because if there's no self-care, how can you help out others if you can't take care of yourself, right? Yeah. So that's important, right?
100%.
So you talk about Union County, like the palm of your hand. Recently, you talked about one of your your first job was Magic Fountain, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How did that feel? Like they see you growing up and now you're coming back and you're talking about the local businesses and you're like, hey, it's me again. And if you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell, holla at me, right? How was that experience? Like,
I'm like, hey guys, I've grown up and you've seen me grown up. So you know me very well.
Right.
You know that I was always the person that came on time, that always wanted to work, that was respectful to my boss and my clients. And at a very young age, I got that job when I was like 13, 14 years old.
Okay, wow.
And it's because my dad knew the owner because we live around the corner.
Okay.
So we always went to Magic Fountain.
Okay.
And my dad's like, I want this to be my daughter's first job.
Oh, that's what's up.
And that's how it ended up happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes I see people from Union, I'm like, you used to come to Magic Fountain. You used to get rum and raisin. Like I would remember their order.
Wow.
Yeah.
However you can get your business, let's rock with it. And then you also talked about the Great Wall. That's a Chinese restaurant, right?
It is.
So to be honest, I still feel if I want Chinese food, I'm going to go to New York, where I've yet to find a good local Chinese restaurant in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'll get Portuguese instead. You know, it's just, it is what it is. But you said, this is your review, the Great Wall has good Chinese food.
They do.
Okay. And what's your favorite?
I love to get chicken wings or fried rice.
Yeah, that's straight hood. That's straight hood.
No,
that's just straight hood. Just chicken wings and fried rice.
I love it.
Okay.
And then I like to get a vegetable lo mein.
Okay.
And then a Snapple apple.
Chicken wings with fried rice, vegetable lo mein, and your personal trainer.
Yeah.
You was a personal trainer.
Yeah.
All bad.
I'm so happy I became a personal trainer. I would be a different person if I wasn't. And I actually went to school with the owner. He went to St. Michael's. Okay. His family owned the business.
Right.
So it was just, it's around the corner from my house. And it was also someone that I went to school with. So I keep supporting my friends and their businesses.
Keep it in the community, right?
Yeah, keep it in the community.
All that good stuff. So Gabby, you hear the conversations of home affordability. What type of conversations are you having with your first-time home buyers when they meet you and you help them, find that home? Walk me through some of those steps those conversations you're having with them.
I would say the first conversation I have with them, besides understanding where they would like to be, is where they would like to be with their monthly payment. Mm-hmm. Because that's something, like for myself, if I'm going to buy a house, I want to know where I'm going to be with my monthly to see if it's something I can afford. Right. Every month, and then for a long, extensive amount of time. That's a 30-year loan. So I think that would be the first conversation I would have with them, how much money they have saved, that they really don't need like the highest credit score, and where they would like to be with their monthly payment. And then once they have an understanding where they would like to be, then we can narrow down the areas and the types of homes that we can consider, whether it's a townhouse or a condo or a single family. And then walking them through the steps of if they are going to go FHA, some condos and townhouses don't like that. That's important. That's important to know because condos and townhouses are a little bit more, they're affordable, a lot more affordable compared to like a single family home, depending where you're looking.
Right. Looking for insurance to insure your home or automobile? Please contact Alexia at Allstate, located in New Providence, New Jersey, servicing clients in the state of New Jersey. And so going back to what Gabriela is talking about, some condos, they don't have spot approval, so their FHA is not allowed to lend in there. So unfortunately, because of that, you got to go conventional. Some are not in the conventional range to get into those homes, so it forces you to pivot to maybe a different location, or a condo that has spot approval for FHAs to go through. So that's important that you mentioned that, right? Because that is key. Depending on a loan product, you can go into those condos, the 1 or 2, 3 bedroom condos that you have available in the state of New Jersey. Yeah. So after having that conversation, what else are you doing to secure they're like, okay, I'm in good hands? What other things are you mentioning?
I think I do a really great job at setting realistic expectations.
You think you do a good job? Because you and I are working on a deal right now together, right? So you set expectations.
Of course, where I do set expectations because I remember what it was like to be like a realtor pleaser or like a people pleaser. Where
Realtor pleaser. I've never heard of that one before.
Where I'd show a million properties to a client that either can't afford it or they absolutely don't like the style or the taxes are too high or they absolutely need like a 1-car garage. Like not unrealistic expectations, but not expectations for them necessarily, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, because when you're purchasing a home, to what you're saying, right, the monthly payment is important. Of course, use Jimmy Mortgage, Jimmy. Also, not wasting time, right? Because if you can't afford it, why should I show you something that you cannot afford, right? Yeah. So to your point, showing them the value of location and what kind of sort of your monthly payment's going to be at, so you feel comfortable knowing that we did this together, and hopefully you refer friends and family, and we stay in the community and we continue to share our resources, whether it be them referring you or then you showing them another house after 4 or 5 years, right? That move up buyer, right? Because you did such a wonderful job the first time, they're willing to use it a second time on their second home. So to your point, it's just setting expectations, not becoming that realtor pleaser, to what you were talking about, right?
Because I guess being a people pleaser is not really doing any benefit for the client. Like I remember if they say they have X amount to be able to buy, it's a disservice for me to be able to say like, yeah, it's possible. Like I set the expectation for their sanity and for my sanity. And I think people maybe just see that I have a good vibe. Like I definitely don't try to like sell, because the house sells itself. Right. If anything, I just need to learn like what's important for you. Is mom and dad moving in with you? Do you need a first floor bedroom? Do you need a first floor bathroom? Those details, like, do you need a big backyard? Is it just you and your daughter and you just need something that's manageable? Maybe a condo or a townhouse where you don't have to take care of the snow removal, like things like that. Like the more I can understand my client, the more I can help them.
Catering to their needs.
Catering to their needs. What do they need? And then I will help them go and find it.
Okay. So I know you're dominant in the Union County area. Are there other areas that you service in the state of New Jersey?
I do go to Middlesex County. I go to Somerset County. That's really parts of Essex County, but I would say my main, where I feel the most confident, is Union County. And I don't want to limit myself. Union County and Middlesex County. I don't want to limit myself, but if you were to ask me, like, truthfully, Gabby, like, where do you know the areas, the taxes and everything, like schools and
keeping it real.
Yeah, Union County and Middlesex County and Somerset County are the 3 counties I'm in, like, every single day. Bergen County and Hudson County, I think, is a different animal. I don't know that area so well.
We're not gonna touch that, but
I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah, the price point is different. There's just Bergen County too. Bergen, Hudson, like in some areas, every 2-3 miles is another town. Where in Union County is a little bit more spread out, as well as Middlesex, right? Piscataway is a big town, right? Somerset, you got North Plainfield. Middlesex, you got South Plainfield. So it's just square footage wise, the town's a little bit bigger, so it's not as complex. Where in Bergen and Hudson, but I would say the county's big, but the townships are very small within the county. So it can be a little challenging. And each town is, with the shared high school, it gets it. Stay in your lane. You're good with Middlesex, right? Yeah, Middlesex, Somerset, and
my confidence comes out so much more, and the client can feel the difference. I can't say, I really know this area if I don't, because then they're gonna ask me questions, and I'm gonna get caught in my lie, and I don't.
Nah, just play to your strength, which makes sense. If you're looking for a title company that's easy and no headaches at closing, please contact Allan, Chief of Staff at Simplicity Title. They're covering the state of New Jersey. You talk about working with Mike, you talk about setting expectations with your clients. What is that core philosophy about Gabriela with the 1L?
Core philosophy?
Yeah. What is it? You lean on focusing on the clients, but when that's all said and done, what is that? How does that propel you to take it to the next level? Because you mentioned earlier when you were at other teams, you didn't, you were okay, but you knew there was an upside being around someone who could be your accountability partner, like Michael, right? What is that philosophy? What is that one-liner? And we don't rehearse these questions, so these come up online. So I'm catching her off guard with it, which is a good thing, right? Because I want to keep it as organic as I can. Yeah. What one thing you feel like, all right, this is it?
Just do it.
Yeah.
As quirky as that sounds, but I remember when I first got into real estate and I was just turning 22 years old, and I was really nervous about doing it because I was first going to like events and I saw everyone and like their designer pieces and like nice cars and all that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this kind of makes me nervous. But I still always showed up every day. And I always like walk into the room like I own it too. Still being respectful, but some authority. Right? Of course. And being with Michael just helps me have more exposure and it gives me a lot more opportunities. One of my goals is to be able to buy a property and flip it. And he's done that like 100 times already. So I have him in my corner to be able to walk me through those steps. So that way I can learn from his mistakes and not keep repeating. So I guess that's where I am right now in real estate.
The core philosophy, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, even if you're nervous.
Right.
Or even if you're super confident or not confident at all. Like you will grow to be confident. Like it's something you practice every single day. And doing real estate will teach you that right away.
Yeah, that part, right? So in terms of, recently you were in California, right? Celebrating your birthday. How was that?
It was a great time, Jimmy. You know why? So my friend called me on Monday and she's like, I got tickets to Dancing with the Stars because it's something you have to get like invited to. I'm like, wow, like that's awesome.
This was in Hollywood, California?
Yeah.
So I was just there the week before you.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I've been telling her, I'm like, oh, I really want to go to California with you. Like I experienced it when I was really young. I wasn't allowed to like go to the bars or anything like that. And I was able to go to the bars now.
You're age appropriate now, right?
Yeah, I had a good time. And she was like, oh, I'm going to just, go by myself and take a flight like tonight because like I only have one ticket. I'm like, girl, go with you.
Right.
So I left work. I went home. I packed my bags and I left.
Wow. The joys of being young.
I love it. I want this to last forever.
Enjoy every moment. It goes by really quick. So, to do something like that spontaneous, and because you're closing enough deals to afford the ticket to go to California, it was privy to that. And then you made it into a birthday event too, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been awesome. So yeah, I'm very grateful to be able to do that, to be able to have the funds and the flexibility to just be like, this is my life and I'm gonna live it the way I want it.
I hear you. Looking for a real estate lawyer servicing all real estate need? Please contact Giorgi, servicing the state of New Jersey. I'm not asking you to be Notre Dame, but what do you think is going to happen in the next couple of months as some parts of the state has shifted with the inventory? How do you foresee certain things happening in the world that we love so much of real estate?
So rates went down today.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think it may give sellers more an incentive to put their homes on the market.
Right.
Because a lot of them are like within a 2 to 3% interest rate or maybe even 4. So like, why would you sell?
Right.
To like pay double your mortgage?
Right.
Like good luck trying to ask my dad to sell the house. It's not happening. You know what I mean?
He's stuck in his way, right?
Yeah, we're stuck. Yeah.
Right.
That house, we're dying in that house. You can't get me to sell that for nothing.
Right.
So it'll hopefully help people put their homes back onto the market, which gives buyers a little bit more opportunity, because I will tell you, I'm a huge buyer's agent. That's just solely my business right now in my career.
This is one handcuff to your relationship. Right?
Our crazy buyers,
Right.
And every home that I put an offer in that's priced correctly receives multiple offers. Maybe it's not like 10 offers like before, but we're competing against 2 or 3. And I know that for a fact because I always put offers in every single week.
Wow.
And there's sometimes my clients don't get them because there's another offer that's higher. So it's just like,
maybe not using the right lender, because we pre-approve our buyers. It's like a cash offer, right? So we go in.
Cash the keys?
Yeah, it's just, we have that. We approve them, move forward.
That's awesome.
Here it is. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we want to help the client obtain that home. And when you're in a competitive market, you got to have enough in your arsenal to feel comfortable about making that purchase, right? So that's where we come in and we provide that. And like anything else, it's just, we're here because we want to make sure the client gets what they're looking for, which is the home. And two, continue to foster the relationships that we have with those who we hang out with and do business with. So that's why it's important to have these products.
You're in a really great bank.
Yeah.
CMG is a fantastic
CMG,
bank. You have first-time homebuyer grants.
Right. Down payment assistance. We have first lien position on HELOCs. We have, bridge loans. If you need temporarily to hold one and move into another because of the situation, we can provide that. We just have tons of programs tons of programs and products to provide access to one looking for home, because every clientele is different.
Yeah.
So you want to, again, to what I said earlier, you want to make sure you have enough in your arsenal to provide that experience of them getting the home. So, and obviously with your team, you guys have a lot of inventory. You guys are shaking and baking when it comes to New Jersey. So this partnership, I love where it's going, and it's going to continue to grow. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Were you at another bank before this?
Yeah, I'm not going to mention their name. I was before CMG, I was with them, and it was a good time, right? I don't think any experience is difficult, but I feel with CMG Home Loans, with Jason Solowski being a partner of mine, him knowing Michael, it's connecting.
Yeah.
It's in a good way, just because we have, again, the products, the programs, the relationships, and I'm looking forward to some of these opportunities that we receive.
Yeah, that's great. If I was a lender, what I would be looking for is a program that you're able to offer to different clients.
Yeah.
And that's good that you guys have that.
Yeah.
Because every client is different and they have different needs.
Yeah.
So being able to provide that for them helps you also keep the client too.
Yeah, because, friends and family, again, you help out one, I think I strongly feel your best testimonial is when you solve one solution and they brag about it to their friends and family, because that's a repetitive business that, because of what you did the first time, they'll know friends and family will be treated right when it comes to getting that key to shelter, home ownership, however you define that value of that asset, right? So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier too, what I like about what you said earlier, Mike is also helping you with, the flipping, like giving you the coaching to like show you what steps you can do, and you're still on his team, but at the same time helping you become an investor. Like, how is that feeling like? I know you talked about it a little bit, but talk about it a little bit more, because not many teams do that with their peers or partners. So talk about that a little bit.
It's probably the best feeling ever.
Okay.
Right? Because it's like, in a way, not that he doesn't owe me anything, but like he still wants to like see me do good, because I guess he sees how much potential I have. He always says like I'm like a mini version of him.
Okay.
But I'm just 10 years younger and I'm a female. I'm more powerful.
Oh, you go. Dominance. There you go.
So it's a great feeling, and it makes me believe in myself, because when I see someone else believe in me and someone who is at a different place in their life, it reminds me that like I do have what it takes to accomplish my goals. I have everything in front of me. It's just up to me to be able to be smarter with my money and surround myself with the right people. Right. So it's a fantastic feeling. I feel very blessed. I'm so grateful that I have this experience, but I felt like this my whole life. Okay. Like no matter what job I was in, I always had a great relationship with the people that I work with. And for example, at Lifetime, my clients, I love my clients to death. Like they became my friends.
They still keep.
Yeah, they became my friends. They became my real estate, clients. They became like people who I bring into my home. Like, I love it. So I just do a really good job at attracting really great people in my life. Right.
That's fair. Oh, Gabriela, thank you so much for coming on. Let's talk about it. If one is looking for you, how can they go about that?
You can call me at 908-305-9000.
Okay. And your handles, your social handles.
Miss Gabriela. So MS. Gabriela with one L. period, and then underscore.
Okay.
That's my phone number, Jimmy, 908-305.
Yeah, I know. When I dialed it,
awesome?
I don't think you never lose that number.
I'm going to put it on a billboard.
Whoa. Okay. I love it.
Thank you, Jimmy, for having me. This was so much fun.
Yeah, appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Again, for those who are looking for Let's Talk About It, I'm on all your favorite streaming platform. Again, Jimmy Mortgage. Thank you, Gabriela, for stopping by.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Hey, listeners, are you looking to improve your home comfort and save on your energy bills? Let's talk about Seal Power. They've been awarded Energy Star Sustained Excellence Award seen on Good Morning America, the New York Times, and World News. Seal Power is dedicated to keeping your home cozy while saving money. Check out their website for tips and incentives and more at cielpower.com. Stay comfortable and save with Seal Power, where comfort meets efficiency. Follow them on Instagram for updates and more, and Let's Talk About It as well. Thank you.